Hello guys, this is Vineet and I'm back with another update. Today is the 25th of July 2024 and this is the update on USDCAD chart that I showed you guys day before yesterday on the 23rd, where I was expecting a move higher. It was around 136, 137, 136 and change, I think. So I was expecting a move higher after the interest rate decision, which came out yesterday. And as expected, BOC dropped the rates by 25 basis points and said if inflation keeps going down, they will drop it further. But it's really weird how they measured the inflation is only by one component, and that is oil. And that is so weird, guys. I don't understand how this country is still surviving because I love Canada. Don't get me wrong, guys. I'm from there. I live there. But the way things are done there is absolute nuts, bonkers. A median house price in the Greater Toronto area is 1.2 million. An average household income, is less than 100,000 or nowhere close to 100,000, more like 60, 70,000. So the home is 20 times the income. How do you guys, anybody, expect to afford a basic living over there? So things have gone really out of whack in Canada. Inflation is really bad, even though it's underreported. So how do things get back to normal? There's only one way, is by breaking the currency. So if the house prices don't go as high or as with that pace, but the incomes, they go high by artificially boosting the supply of money and increasing the inflation, boosting the supply of money will break the dollar, and then hopefully that'll bring some equilibrium between the asset prices and incomes. So to do that, that is exactly, I know what I said is maybe counterintuitive, but that's exactly how things work, because they want to inflate away the debt. They want to inflate away all the social issues that they have because of high pricing on the in education, high prices in real estate, and now it's going to be high prices in the healthcare. Even though Canada has a central healthcare system, but is falling apart like anything. So a lot of ideas are coming up of new private health, a parallel private health insurance system like they have it in the EU. So a lot of bad things are happening in Canada. So there's a lot of immigration, a lot of substandard, low-level immigration that is occurring in Canada right now. So the quality of labor that is being brought in, and by the millions, it is so undereducated, it's uneducated, not trained. It's just pure laborers that they're bringing in from all these third world countries, and that is showing in the streets. So now there's so much homelessness, and this has all happened in like last few years, but it's getting worse every day. So I don't see a whole lot of good things happening in Canada, and as a result, Canadian dollar. So based on that, I may be biased. There's a good chance that I am biased, but I see things on the ground. So this is the kind of fundamental analysis that I see actually unfolding in front of me. I'm not just looking at technicals. This is a bit more personal to me. So that's why I'm looking at this chart. And I think once it breaks that 140, this thing is going to drop. This dollar, Canadian dollar, is going to go to 150, 160, 170 and higher. But in the short term, I'm looking at, if it breaks 140, I'm looking at 148, 149, because let me zoom out a little. So that's the region. So let me draw a parallel line here. That's the region I am expecting it to break. So that is 146.70. So that's like a 600 pip move that'll happen very fast, just like it happened here during COVID period. So it went from 130 to 147 like in no time. So that's the kind of parabolic move that we are expecting at Edge Forex once it breaks the 140 mark. See that? So we try to. So now the next barrier is going to be that 146. So once it breaks that 146, guys, then sky is the limit, because then we're talking all-time highs. Then we are talking 150, 160, 170, even 180, 190 maybe in play. So long term, Canadian dollar is doomed for sure. Now, what happens today, tomorrow, we have to take one day at a time. So we have to position our trades accordingly, so we don't go all in. So if I want to have one full lot in Canadian dollar USDCAD for the long term, I would go in maybe 0.02, like 2% of the trade right now. And then once it breaks, gets closer to 140, put another 2%. Then it breaks 140, put in 20% trade. And then as it goes higher, then expand your trades, add more trades as it's going higher, because your trades are being confirmed. So that said, let me zoom in again. Let me draw that horizontal line again at this level. Even one breaking of 139 is also a really, really good indication, let alone 140. I think I'm going to go start placing our trades when it breaks 139. So I'm watching this very closely, guys. So should you, because it's going to present an opportunity that I don't want us to miss. All right, guys, I'll be talking to you soon.